UFC fan, I know it. You know, the legal knee by Peter Yan that disqualified him and lost him the bantamweight belt to Aljamain Sterling. We obviously watched the fight this weekend. We had some people over. And we kind of, the entire group had almost like a disagreement then about not about the legal knee itself. Oh, yeah. The knee was beyond illegal, and there's no argument. If you argue that, I'm gonna knee you in the face. Like that. I don't know what else you want.
You get down on your knees and take a knee to the side of your head and see how you feel about it.
Exactly. So it's very obvious the knee was 100% illegal.
Yes.
What I have an issue with is the fact that Sterling gets the belt. Mm-hmm. Not the fact that Yan loses it. He should lose it. It's a disqualification. That belt should be gone. But Aljamain Sterling did nothing to deserve to get that belt as well, and that really peeves me off.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And we were on that side, and we had other people on the other side in the room of like, no, he deserves it because he put up with that. But the thing is, like, that happened, I think it was the fourth round that happened.
Yeah.
And Sterling had lost every round leading up to that.
So
Yan was dominating.
Yeah, so the judges' scorecard that they showed after the fight ended, 2 judges had Yan up 2-1, and 1 judge had Sterling 2-1.
That judge needs to get checked into rehab.
But if you're watching,
he's high.
Agreed.
He's definitely high.
If anything, you gave Sterling round 1, which would have been the only debatable
one.
But it was very clear if you watched the fight, Yan was full momentum in the 4th round. Sterling was fading, fatiguing. Yan was tossing him around, hitting every shot. Wasn't having to work hard to get his opening looks either. Was taking full control. So you know Yan was going to go into that 5th round at 3-1.
Mm.
You know it was going to be over. So you say that Sterling, he took that illegal knee. I feel bad
doesn't
for
make you a champion.
Exactly. And you didn't earn to be the champion either.
Exactly. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think in a situation like that, especially for a title fight, you strip the belt from the current belt holder because he clearly deserves to lose it. Mm-hmm. Like, what you did was illegal. Doesn't mean the other person deserves to win.
Yeah.
It's not like... And people will try to compare it to, like, sports. The issue is that this is a one-on-one sport. This is a team sport. It's not a team sport. Like, when there's cheating in, like, the NFL, that very rarely determines the outcome of the game, right?
Right.
For instance, because everyone loves to bring up Deflategate with the Patriots, people, they're like, oh, well, they only won because he deflated the balls. That's not true. If you actually read into it, every game, not just this game, every single game at halftime, the balls are rechecked and repumped up by the refs personally, and they get directly taken back on the field by the referees. After halftime, after the balls are repumped by the referees, the Patriots went on a 28-0 run to win the game.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. The deflated balls meant jack shit to the outcome of the game.
Yeah.
In this specific fight, 1v1. When Yan puts a knee to their guy's head, and Sterling was couldn't get up for, probably close to 10 minutes. He was on that for probably 10 minutes before they actually stood him up. And even when they stood him up, he could barely stand straight.
Yeah, he was getting carried the whole way out.
It was not pretty. Clearly it made a major effect on him.
Yeah.
There was no way he was ever going to be able to fight again. The one, if I'm going to get nitpicky about it, the one thing that kind of made me mad is they took so long to call the fight.
Yeah, and that's actually, most people say that. DC, Daniel Cormier, who casted the fight, him and Joe Rogan as well. Everybody knows who Joe Rogan is mostly.
Yeah.
After they said the same thing. It should not be up to the fighter. The fighter is literally there getting his shit beat out of his head, damaging his brain. And you're talking, not even the mental damage, but the fatigue that your body does, the amount of energy you waste, also affects your decision making in general. No matter if I'm just doing a workout my personal self or you're fighting a 5-round fight, UFC fight. So the fact that a fighter in a state of mind that's not coherent, is not in a good state of mind in any sort of way, gets to make a decision to go out there and continue putting more damage on himself.
Yeah, and as a fighter, talk to any fighter and talk to any athlete really. Through injury, the athlete's always going to say, no, I keep going. I can do it. I can fight through this. I can do that and that. And the fighter, because that's just the nature of a fighter or an athlete. It's to push through, right? And the only times that you don't see is when people snap their legs in half because they know you just can't do that. But if it's just a thing that getting rocked or a sprained ankle, things of that nature, you think you can fight through it. And so it's on the team and the specific UFC doctor
Yeah.
who's there and is specifically talking to him on the mat should have been immediately like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, yeah, it's the ref, again, like, it's not a dig against the ref, it's just a dig against the rule. The fact that, like, the ref could give Sterling 5-10 minutes, whatever it was,
Trying to recover.
to try to figure out what he wanted to do. I mean, he was rolling in circles. His eyes were in the back of his head every time you saw his eyes even open up. Half the time they were closed.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you're going to ask him a question, he's going to respond to you? He can't even see straight. He even said it. You heard it on live TV. Tell the doctor, I'm still seeing two different images right now.
Yeah.
Like, his belt was wrong. He was concussed by all means of the word concussion. Like,
yeah.
So, like, that rule needs to be changed. That, like, nothing on the fighter should be between the ref and the UFC doctor on site.
100% agree. There was a one point, like, he'd been laying on that for probably 2 or 3 minutes, and he's been on his back the whole time. He tried to just lean up and fell back down.
Yeah.
Like,
he looked like he was drunk. He leaned up and was like, timber.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Like, if somebody can't even lean forward, how do you expect them to even get to his feet and throw a punch?
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.